Shit. Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mass Effect. Modded Mass Effect. The series is one of my favorite series ever made. I remember playing the first game, Mass Effect OG, back in 07. I didn't really care for it then, at the time. Honestly skipped out on 2 and 3. Until the first collection came out on the 360. Yes, the first collection came out, where it collected all 1, 2, and 3 together. And I bought that series. I bought that, played the first game again. Liked it a lot more than when I played it in 07. I had a greater appreciation for it. Played 2, loved 2. Played 3, was pretty disappointed in the end of 3. Shocker, as was most people. Played, got the DLC for it, enjoyed the DLC. But I absolutely adore Mass Effect. It is perhaps one of my favorite video game series of all time. Definitely definitely up there, like my top 10. Very high up there. So let's get into this. Start a new career.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
There he is, and there she is. I don't want to do that. I want to start a...
Welcome to Alliance Military Database.
Oops.
Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
Alright, we're gonna get a new ID in.
Please log in to access your profile.
I'm gonna call myself... Oh, what are we gonna call myself? We're gonna call ourselves... Joe. We'll call ourselves Joe Shepard. Joseph Shepard. Named after yours truly. Why not?
Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile. Confirm pre-service history.
Okay.
Confirm
Spacer,
psychological profile.
war hero, that's my
Confirm
favorite.
military specialization.
And for this playthrough, I'm gonna do something different. My prior playthroughs, I've either played as an engineer or infiltrator. I just find them both kind of interesting. But for this one, we're gonna go as an adept. Select a bonus talent. Ooh, that's right, because I've, as you guys just saw, I've beaten this game before. All the mods that are on this modded playthrough, I have done a full playthrough of each game with them, so I know they work. I'm gonna go with assault
Confirm
rifles.
facial identification.
As you can see, the mods really help with the visuals. So Shepard actually looks pretty good, even his default Shepard. Oh, I like that face. I'll make him... yeah. Give him a nice little tan. I'm just gonna mess around for a few minutes. Yeah. I won't go too crazy with this. I don't like that. Keep that there. All kinds of eye colors to play with. Really like the greens. Oh, I like that dark blue. Up. I really like that dark blue. Squatchin. Yeah, I like that. Oh, I actually kind of like that. Now then, hair. Kind of like that mohawk look. I'm probably gonna, I won't lie guys, I'll probably change the hair in the save editor at some point, because I do have a hair mod. Installed. No eyebrows. Beard's kind of hard to see with his complexion. I think I'll give him black hair. He looks nothing like me IRL, but I like it.
Profile reconstruction complete.
Pride Kakarot! Kakarot! Hello, Lucas. Welcome to the chat. Just finished up with my character creation. I'm playing as an adept for the first time. Usually I played as let's see. Yeah, we'll leave it on normal. We'll leave it on normal. Hey, Chris. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's all good, Chris. Enable tutorials. Yeah, I like to enable tutorials. Just. And as you can see, here's the mod settings before we start the game. So we're just going to open them up and just double check everything really quick. Currently enabled. Good, 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 good. So this is a community patch. This is just a bunch of bugs, and forgot to tell your friend just to listen to the Navy. Oh, nice, very nice. So this community patch comes with a bunch of bugs and performance issues that restore stuff, prevents spoilers, which is nice. What do we got? I'm gonna go ahead and enable this just in case I need to do the data recovery. Solarians, well, them tasty mass energy deposits and biotic implants. Yes, sir. And we'll go through this. This is the other big mod I have on here, is the diversification project. So basically what it does is it adds in a bunch of more people, more NPCs to fill in the spaces, but it also does a bunch of other changes too, which is nice. I remember me for Space for Earthborn. Make the call in this background quest. I remember me available for Space for Earthborn Shepard with a modified dialogue. Yep. Removes 2 ambient lines of dialogue about the female human kiss. Default option. Alternate. We'll do alternate. Take him after he said he was gay. Well, the other ones would have taken him if he had lied about it. Alliance ships. I'm gonna tell you right now, man, there are plenty of gay people in the Army, the Marines, and the Air Force. The Navy's the only one that just doesn't give a shit about it anymore. To the HUD, which can be mapped to powers using drag and drop. To command HUD, which can be bound to different keys in the keybind with options. The Navy! I'm just gonna look at that again. Adds a 4 additional key maps to the HUD, which can be mapped to the powers using drag and drop, and the command HUD, which can be bound to different keys in the keybinds menu with options. Okay, that's nice. Alright. Yep. Let's do this, guys. I'm excited.
Well, what about Shepard? He's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of his life.
Military service runs in the family. Both his parents were in the Navy.
He proved himself during the Blitz. Held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
He's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question his courage.
Humanity needs a hero. And Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence. Commander. We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. Green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters. Check. Navigation. Check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift. Just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
Can't possibly imagine why.
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
Alright, so I said this earlier, guys, but I do have some hair mods on, but I do have to change them in the save editor. I probably will not keep the hairstyle I have for super long. I might keep it for this session, but next session I will have it changed. So we're going to talk to Navigator Presley.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
You don't trust Nihilus?
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War, lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
No, I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board, especially a Turian. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command, and they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know.
What's up, Michael?
Location from scans and sensors, cutting-edge technology.
Welcome to the stream.
This prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus, there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
I grew up on Eden Prime.
So one of the other things I have is the because I'd bother you. Well, I like having your presence. As you can see, something else, one of the mods I have makes it so that the jumpsuits from 3 are in 1, so that everything is consistent, which is nice. Kinsey got to pick up Coke earlier, so I'm drinking cocoa.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
You need to calm down, Corporal.
But Coco's
A
good.
good soldier stays cool, even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
How do you control agents with unlimited power?
I suppose the Council could revoke the Spectre status of an agent who got out of hand. At that point, Citadel Security Services would take over.
Those C-Sec grunts wouldn't stand a chance. The Spectres were 20 ordinary soldiers. The Spectres police themselves. An agent goes rogue, they send another agent to take him down. That's Spectre justice.
The Corporal's confusing romantic legends with reality, Commander.
No, that's... Pay attention, kids. That's a lot of foreshadowing.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. You're a war hero, right? Held off an entire enemy fleet during the Blitz single-handed. That's the kind of talent the Spectres are looking for.
This is all just wild speculation. The Spectres aren't interested in recruiting humans, no matter how capable.
What's that? More foreshadowing?
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Posted that meme in the chat. Do wonder different things. Not surviving would be a very interesting what if. I've seen plenty of fan fictions that discussed that. Personally, I think if he survived, what is this group of spec ops doesn't have any oversight as a result, just does what they want personally, this couldn't go wrong.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Yeah, totally, Michael.
I'm not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel.
Except for Quarians and
they
Krogans.
Don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for
Darren,
I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I heard Nihilus once took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself. Man, I can't believe I'm on a mission with an actual Spectre.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself in the Blitz. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not going to screw this up.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
but personally, I like to think that Nihilus surviving would speed up the process. His testimony would be paramount in
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
And getting the council to agree to prosecute Saren faster instead of having to jump through hoops. And I think he would have made a good mentor to Shepard, so that Shepard didn't have to learn all the hard things by himself. I think he would have been a good ally.
The captain said he'd meet me here.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to. Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
The fucking bullet wound in my shoulder.
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
Prothean?
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Yeah, that's what makes us so fucking based.
Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
Guess that explains why I bump into him every time I turn around.
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
You held off an enemy assault during the Blitz single-handed. You showed not only courage, but also incredible skill. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human?
Who would have ever saw that coming?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime
exactly, Michael.
Several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology. Even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Oh yeah, for sure. If the Dark Age of technology never happened, dude, we would be fucking dominating. They would be dominating in 40K.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world. but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Yeah, send your executive officer in to deal with this. That's totally how it works.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
The person who designs the armor. It's vital that this armor show off the ass of anyone wearing this. Humanity's greatest feature must be displayed. Yeah, man. All double caked up on a Thursday, and you're not showing it off?
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
We are approaching drop point 2.
Double caked up on a Thursday.
Ship perimeter secure, Commander.
What the hell are those?
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless.
Freaky looking things, aren't they?
Oh God, what happened here?
Hold left shift. Yep, okay.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere. Keep your guard up.
Jenkins, take point.
Oh, Dickens, no! Whoever would have saw that coming?
Rip right through his shields. We're out of chance.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, sir.
The foreshadowing was all there, chat. Oh, Eden Prime is my home. It's paradise. I signed up to get away from it. Damn, only one day away from retirement. I want to do people proud on the mission. He promised to marry his childhood friend.
Got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Use left shift or to use Z to attack target, QE to move to a point, regroup to follow you. Okay. That dude looks like he just woke up from like a bad trip. And now he's on an even worse one. Man, you know what I love? Being alive. I look forward to doing it for the rest of my life, which I'm sure will be long and fruitful one.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Hang on just a sec, guys. Getting a phone call. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I am back from my phone call. Jacob's going through some stuff right now, so... had to make sure he's doing okay.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
Foreshadowing!
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
I remember a glitch in my ME3 playthrough and my equipment was locked for a third of the game.
What else do you know about the Geth?
That sucks.
Just what I remember from
I've never heard of that glitch before.
They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile.
Gee, I wonder why.
They disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime, none that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Move out.
Speaking of glitch, I don't know if you guys saw, but press escape to go into squad screen to spend talent points. Not really a need to do that at the moment. Shepard was glitched out and they thought it was holding an assault rifle, and I don't have an assault rifle at the moment. Upgrade kit.
That man was still alive when they stuck him on the spike.
Impaling victims instead of just shooting them. There must be some reason behind it.
Classic psychological warfare. They're using terror as a weapon.
The thing with the Geth is why you make it even humanoid, unless you're trying to make a household servants, and it makes more sense just to put a computer on the machine. So the reason why they made them humanoid is because the Geth were used for everything. They were used for like agriculture, heavy lifting, all kinds of stuff. Like they weren't just like servants, and that they you know, they just did like menial household chores and stuff. They Yeah, they were household servants, but they were a lot more than that as well. They did a lot of everything. And yes, the Quarians did do them dirty, but there's a reason why they did it. It's not a great reason, but
hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp.
I mean, I get where you're coming from, Michael, but
Change of plans, Shepard.
like, just put a computer on.
Spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
I don't know, I never really thought about it like that before.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up.
A toaster is a toaster. The Geth deserve everything they got.
Oh god, they're still alive.
But the Geth eventually come in clutch later in the series. In my racist opinion.
Humans. Thank the Maker.
Hurry! Close the door before they come back.
Don't worry. We'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
It was moved to the space.
Be more than a program is a bad idea if they're not all
pack up the camp.
not evil. They're still a machine. They actually didn't deserve what they got. They just wanted to be alive when the Quarians killed other Quarians defending Geth. The Geth picked up weapons to fight the hostile Quarian. Yeah, and that's what happened. Because the Geth aren't really evil. The Geth are actually hostile Quarians used to show the other Quarians. Yeah, Geth aren't actually evil by default. They still, like, respect their creators and were just confused when they left. And, the whole reason why it happened was because the Quarians freaked out because the Geth were like, hey, you know, do we have a soul? Are we alive too? And the Quarians, instead of, you know, trying to come up with a reasonable answer, freaked the fuck out and tried to kill them all. When they're when their moron asses forgot that, like, they had, like, perfected making these things and that the AI for the Geth was everywhere on their planet. The Quarians basically fucked themselves over. I still actively choose to be racist. You can, but the Geth still come in clutch. You'll see.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the Destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network. Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel. Go lie down. You'll feel better once the medication kicks in.
The funny thing is that he's talking some, serious sense, actually. The insane guy is always wrong, right? He's never right. It's not like he's just giving a bunch of foreshadowing or anything.
Saren.
Nihilus.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here.
Reaper Horde intensifies.
I've got it under control.
God damn, that's a loud-ass shot from a dinky-ass pistol.
What is that? Off in the distance.
It's a ship. Look at the size of it.
Yeah, that's one of my mods I have on. I mean, possibly, Chris, but that's still really friggin' loud. We're not quite clear yet, but... Got him. Got him!
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out, we're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
You're okay now. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for
Mass
the
Effect humanity with all of like the crazy tech that Fallout has. Man, that would be great. Turians going against like full-on power armor and shit. Oh man, that'd be a tough sell. That would be tough for them. There was a fanfic I was reading kind of similar to that, but it wasn't that great, if I have to be honest. It could have been a lot better.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Those power fist, dude, Krogan with fucking power fist. Oh my god. Or power hammers. Well, they already have basically power hammers, but the power fist, dude. I mean, humans with power fists could easily take on like Krogans. There would definitely be Fallout technology would definitely allow a lot of equalizer with the more advanced races.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look.
We would end them with laser weapons. Yeah, forget power fist. I'm handing him the power hammer.
That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring. Nothing major. In exchange for a couple of
Motherfuckers.
profits, we let them store packages in our ships.
Oh yeah, super mutants and ghouls. They would 100% make terraforming Gex. We could take any planet and make it perfect for us. We could. We literally could.
Breaking the law, Cole.
We're not hurting anybody. Hell, most of the time I don't even know what's in the packages. Just thought there might be something we could use. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
We're risking our lives to save this colony. You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
Yeah, there's one more thing. I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it more than I do.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
Okay, forget about it. I've got more important things.
Good luck.
Let's see. Wad. Let's go ahead and start working on getting some levels. I think that's pretty good spaced out. Let's see if we can't. Where people actually pay attention to the scientific breakthrough of the Voltec and just keep smacking their hands away from the keyboard every time they plan out an evil experiment. Agreed. Exactly what we were talking about. Let's see. I want to get assault rifles for her. Let's see. We'll do combat armor for her. Okay, no, it did not. Basic armor, throw, warp, barrier. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. We're gonna focus on getting more no Vault-Tec bad. Yeah, me and Michael had a really long discussion about Vault-Tec the other day, and basically we were talking about how the one of the co-creators of Fallout actually revealed the true intentions of the vaults were to conduct experiments for space travel, because they thought that the end of the world would be so bad that they would have to travel into space and terraform. But I was like, I can respect that. I think it's a cool idea, but I mostly just prefer how Vault-Tec is evil just because of general incompetence, bureaucratical incompetence. What's the goddamn? Hey, Tion. Yeah, I think that's decent. Yes. Fucking bureaucrats. And basically, like, why I like it so much is because, so the whole point of Vault-Tec, right, is that basically 2 more hours. If you're still alive by the time I get home, I'd like to join the call. I might still be live. I will end the stream around 2 o'clock my time. I have a medical appointment at 3:30. So I have to leave by about 2:30 to get to the hospital to do my medical appointment, because it usually takes like a good 20-30 minutes to get there. So but I should still be live by the time you get off. But yeah, so like the whole thing with Vault-Tec is that basically Vault-Tec is essentially this, you know, it's this organization funded by the Enclave, because they're under the guise that they'll be doing, you know, that it's supposed to keep these. So at 1.5 hours from now, yeah, roughly, Chris. It's currently 12:24 my time. So about hour and a half from now, I'll probably stream 2:30, but like as soon as it hits 2:30, I will have to like stop, and then I have another stream planned for later in the night, where I'm just gonna do the Maria Renard run through for Symphony of the Night, and then some bonus grinding, and then I'll probably stream more Mass Effect tomorrow. But yeah, is that you have this group, you have Vault-Tec. What do you think happened to Vault-Tec? I mean, after the war, I mean, all the experiments became pointless. But basically, Vault-Tec was funded because the Enclave wanted to have pure humans. And after the war, after the fallout had, you know, gone away, and the problem is that Vault-Tec is the greatest example of general bureaucratic incompetence and complacency, because the Enclave funded them, yes, but they didn't really look too deep into these horrible social experiments they were conducting. Even if they were for, you know, theoretically for space travel, the lengths that Vault-Tec went through for these experiments were borderline cartoonishly evil, and they already basically human cruelty at its finest, and they got away with this because nobody bothered to look into him. Nobody bothered to see like how deep it was going to be. Go into space to form the Citadel ME. The vaults opened after the Reaper invasion. Bro, that would suck. Man, imagine like coming out from your vaults to see, yeah, you're going to experience the second end of the world. But that's why I like Vault-Tec so much, is how like they represent the incompetency of the people who are supposed to be in charge, letting us basically flounder and get destroyed by basically like the cruel complacency of humanity. They did these experiments for the sake of doing these experiments, and none of it ultimately mattered because the world ended and these people that were supposed to be in charge all died. And these experiments went on, you know, supposedly under the guise of the Enclave watching over them and checking in on these vaults. But, you know, what are they going to do with this data? It's useless to them. These experiments are useless to them because they don't have the means or resources to really, like, do anything with it. And instead of saving these people, these genetically pure people, to create a new world, most of them die, except for the ones in the control vaults, where nothing bad happens. And the control vaults in and of themselves are useless because, you know, you're comparing what happens in these vaults where horrible social experiments don't occur to the ones that do, and that's not how science works. If you were gonna do these social experiments, you needed to have a control aspect of those vaults you were doing it in to compare notes to one another. Which again, general incompetence of Vault-Tec and the Enclave. Meanwhile, you already had all this advanced stuff, this advanced technology that could have been used to revolutionize and save the planet. You already had cryopods. You had the garden creation kits, the Geths, that could basically terraform and breathe life anywhere. You already had like space life in the palm of your hands, but you chose to do these idiotic experiments instead. It's ridiculous. He has on. Go ahead and equip this assault rifle on me. And do I have anything else? No. Nuclear reactor small enough and easy enough to maintain that a handful of survivors not trained could fix them with handmade parts that could have avoided the war in general. It could have. It fucking could have. For the oil. Go ahead and make a new save just in case. It's ridiculous. And they didn't, all because they... been public, literally none of the bad things in Fallout would have happened.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
Turian? You know him?
He's a Spectre.
He was with us on the road.
Something's moving, over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
Sneaking up on us like that nearly got you killed.
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before. It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain. That's what woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
You were sleeping? I thought you were working here on the docks.
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
If you hadn't snuck off for that nap, you'd probably be dead just like all the others.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to think about it.
Tell me about the Geth attack.
It was quick. 1 minute that ship was descending, the next, those Geth were swarming over the platform, thousands of them. They must have been inside that mothership. They shot anything that moved. It was a massacre.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
They brought it here this morning. We loaded it up onto the train and shipped it to the other platform. Hard to believe that was only a few hours ago. Feels like a whole other life.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Ooh, cookies sound good. What kind of cookies do you make, Chris?
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
Oh yeah, plenty of time. Chicken thighs sounds good. All right, man. Thanks for coming to the stream. Get nated, bitch. Before we leave, we're gonna go and pick some stuff up. Pretty much everything. Oh. Oh, no. Still got a crate. Alright.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up. Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
Oh, sorry to disappoint you, Lucas, but the hacking minigames in 2 and 3 are barely any more challenging than 1. They're more of an annoyance than anything.
Shepard!
No, don't touch it! Too dangerous!
Nowadays, a lot of people just mod them out, just because they are just there for padding, really. I mean, at least on the PC version, obviously.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime, the Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
Uh-oh! He's having a tism fit!
This human must be eliminated.
He's just like, damn, man, chill.
Doctor Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Shepard had what many might refer to as a brain blast, a literal one.
Like the morning after shore leave. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going...
Yeah, that is true.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Probably not.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
Their digestive system is probably adapted to burn through the rocks.
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Okay, so I'm about to fucking go into some stuff here in relation to the military and how BioWare has no idea how the military works. One, you're gonna hear the word soldier thrown around a lot. So, starting things off, none of these people are soldiers. A soldier is somebody who is part of a standing army. And the Navy, the Alliance, is not an army. They are a Navy. They have sailors and they have Marines. A Marine, which is what Corporal Jenkins is not a soldier. He is a Marine. There is a distinction between the two. One is part of the Army, and the other is part of the Marine Corps, which is a sub-branch of the Navy. So, I do not... So, In other words, Jenkins is not a soldier, he is a Marine. 2. As you're about to find out.
Part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Again, Ashley is a Marine. She is not a soldier. The Army wishes they had crayons. She is a Marine. And secondly, it doesn't just work. Like, oh, she's a good soldier. Oh, we just been reassigned to the Normandy. Well, okay, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not how that fucking works. 1, they would have to contact Ashley's commanding officer if they were alive. They could have died in the Geth attack. And actually worked out the details of getting her onto the Normandy crew. Which, depending on the circumstance, could probably be pushed through really fast. Or it could take forever. In this case, it would probably be pushed really fast because, again, her commanding officer could be dead or he could be alive. And if he's dead, it's a simple matter of she's on the crew temporarily until they sort that out. That stuff's really important to keep track of. You don't just bring people onto your crew just because, oh, they're a good Marine, they're a good soldier. It doesn't work like that. You're gonna hear me talk about this stuff a lot because I am, as being active duty Navy, I hate how inaccurate a lot of this stuff is. Some of it makes sense because if we got into the really nitty gritty, it would be boring as shit. Because the military is boring as hell in reality. But I will point out some things that just do not make sense.
Williams is a good soldier.
Marine.
She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
Exactly. If it's on paper, it ain't shit. They need to get that shit in paper on file. Because those clerical errors, they can fuck you over hard, man. Especially in cases like this, where Ashley is the lone surviving member of her squad, and nobody knows where her actual commanding officer is. They don't know if he's alive, they don't know if he's dead. A lot of chaos is involved. That would have to be sorted out. Maybe not now, since what happened with the beacon and Saren is priority, but it would probably be something that would be sorted out on the side, so that it wouldn't come to bite her in the ass, and more importantly, that it doesn't come to bite Shepard in the ass, since he's going to be taking over as commanding officer soon.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
The Council can kiss my ass. I won't let them blame me for losing the beacon. I didn't do anything wrong.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best. A living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything?
Oh, yeah.
Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Ashley being the sole survivor, like for now, she's fine, obviously. Because she has a lot of stuff that, you know, is preoccupying her mind. But that shit will eventually hit you. And when it hits you, like, it hits you.
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren.
Oh, Survivor's Guilt is terrible, man. It's awful.
He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador, and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
That's gonna take time, Chris. Just be persistent, be easy on him, and he'll open up eventually. And most importantly, make sure he's getting the help he needs. Make sure he's actually talking.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels
Jenkins
guilty.
was a valuable part of this
Jenkins is
crew.
still alive.
Shepard, you barely knew the dude for like more than like 2 hours.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong
Marine.
in Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. That means a lot from you. I've never met anyone who was awarded the Star of Terra.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
Stay with a friend at his place, but that friend had to press him hard. Jesus Christ. Does his house get foreclosed?
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Yeah, coffee up.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
Oh, they stopped giving him his assisted housing. At least he's with somebody. Yeah, at least he's with somebody that can watch over him in case he does something drastic concerning. I agree. Hey, Karen Chakwas is an example of what the military doesn't have, a competent doctor.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I kid.
I've served with him for a few tours.
Kind of.
He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
It's not going great at the house. He seems to hang out with his dog. His dog getting a bit old. We're getting ready for us. Jesus.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I should go. Yeah, I'm really glad I got the mods installed, guys, because if you compare this to, like, vanilla, looks god-awful with its lighting and its visuals, and this looks phenomenal. Not just, like, the surrounding detail, but also, like, the faces and stuff. Texture mods and visual and lighting mods really help make the game pop. Alright guys, I'm going to take a very quick break. I'm going to use the restroom real quick and I'll be right back.
On it real quick.
Well, they do train them to ask for help. I don't know where you're getting that from, Chris, but all of the military tell people, condition people to get help. They do it in the Navy, they do it in the Marines, they do it in the Army. They do it in the Air Force, do it in the Coast Guard. I'm sorry, Chris, that's a blatant fucking lie. Mental health is a very serious concern in all of the military. And hell, I mean, the people that are in charge of me, they negative, Chris. Again, that is a blatant fucking lie. I don't know who told you that. I don't know where you heard that from. That is a lie. Now, I will say that it isn't the best. It could be better. It was in Vietnam. Are you fucking kidding me, Chris? Wow, Chris, it's almost like things have changed in, like, I don't know, the past, like, 60 fucking years since the Vietnam War. Yes, Chris, they give a shit about you. But it's not the best, which is unfortunate. It is not the best in the world. And the unfortunate thing is that the military as a whole do not see the individual. They see you. The military from the top only sees numbers and expenditures, and it's the people at the bottom that care and want you to get help. They heavily encourage you to get help. Hell, even in my my shop, my LPO and my chief both heavily encourage me to get help, the help I need. Hell, I mean, even my chief is getting a lot of help right now because he's been through a lot. They don't want you to be another number. They don't want you to be a statistic. If you go to people and express concern, I'm like, hey man, you know, I don't feel like I'm doing great, they will help you. They want you to get help, and there are plenty of resources to get that help. I get mental help through the naval hospital in my area. They have an entire mental health clinic. You know, and like any other like doctor you see, it varies. You know, you gotta find the right doctor, and they offer meds for you, and you gotta find the right meds. But no, the help is there, and they make that help readily available. Yes, Chris, mental help is a thing in the military, and they heavily encourage you to get mental help. The brass may not give a shit about you, but the people below the brass that you work with fucking do, and they want to make sure you're doing well. Might have to contact old Commander again and see if he's been using those then. Dude, are you talking about the dude that, like, said he was at Vietnam? Homie, I don't know who you're talking to, but it's probably not his old commander. I thought we discussed this, Chris. That story is full of so many holes that I wouldn't even fucking dare to cross the road with it. Iraq. Okay, yes, Iraq makes a lot more sense. Your uncle was in Vietnam. Yes, what your uncle told you is a load of fucking shit by today's standard, Chris. The military does care about you.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
I apologize if I'm getting a little heated, guys, but I genuinely get pissed off when I hear these blatantly stupid fucking misconceptions about the military. Everybody thinks that every single aspect in the military is this god-awful thing. And there is a lot of parts about the military that does suck. That is an unfortunate thing. But that comes with working for the federal government in general. But there are plenty positive aspects of working for the military. And not every single role in the... He's also a bit mental, so it makes sense, my uncle. Yes, that does make sense. And not every single role in the military is a combat role. I don't do any kind of combat. All I do is support. All I do is fucking fix shit. Yes, Chris. If you have any questions about the military, I can clear it up for you. Or I can research into it and see if I can get answers. But never fucking take what your uncle or who the hell else knows at face value, because MREs, some of them, from what I've heard, they can either be really good or really shitty.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is
In theory.
Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach.
Yeah, American MREs are super hit or miss, Lucas. I've never had one before. Navy doesn't really fuck with MREs unless, like, they're, unless you're part of, like, a ground crew, like, with the Marines, where you're working guard duty in, the Middle East. Even then, I don't really think we fuck with MREs too much. That's mostly a Marine and, Army thing. Yeah, what's wrong with Russian MREs? Time is it? It's 1:10. We still got plenty of time. Ah, yeah. Game is just fucking gorgeous.
The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Alright, guys. We're in the Citadel now. Alter MRE stuff? How do you alter it? Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during the patrol markers. Well, that's a side quest.
This is serious. My reputation is at stake. I spoke with the consort in confidence, and her alone, and she betrayed that confidence. All right. I will... Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
I love Elcor so much.
Less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Take things from different memories to change meal planning and how to make a cake with the biscuit and chocolate sauce, so far. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups. Though we are always welcoming to outsiders, our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Trading in case for some reason I get my ass drafted. Chris, chances are you're probably not going to get drafted. One, I doubt World War III is going to break out anytime soon. People say that shit all the time, but it's probably not going to happen. Two, you have so many things going against you, disability-wise, that they would be very hard-pressed to find a reason for you to get drafted.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
Earth Clan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din.
That's fair, I
At
suppose.
least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus Ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, Earth Clan?
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, Earth Clan.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Salarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again.
Oh.
Since we're not physically adept.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Den. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The Earth Clan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Volus or Elcor part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the Earth Clans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes, good.
Hello there, human. Sincere
Sorry to interrupt.
Thanks to you, human. Good day.
So we're just gonna do a little exploring around.
Welcome to the Presidio. Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Codex entries. Codex entries are always nice.
I've got 3 days of paperwork to finish by the end of my shift today.
I can't tell the...
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
Space Force do? That's a great question, Chris. Because most everybody else doesn't really know what they do.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
Have we met before?
No, but I know you well enough. I'm Executor Palin, head of CSEC. It's my job to know when someone like you arrives on the Citadel. Was there something you needed, Commander?
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a...
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military.
That's a great question, Chris.
Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Sometimes you have to bend the law to keep people safe.
I've been with CSEC for 30 years. I've never had to break the law to do my job, not once.
Yeah, right. You expect us to believe none of your officers are corrupt?
There are over 200,000 CSEC agents. Some of them are going to be bad. But we don't turn a blind eye to corruption like the Spectres do. We do our best to find and punish any officer who breaks the law. Spectres, they'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
The Council treats us like second-class citizens. We have to fight for everything we get.
Good. Then fight for it. But don't expect... I'm a busy man, Commander.
I'll be going.
Goodbye,
The following message was transmitted from an untraceable account to multiple recipients across the further moon. If you understand us, if you tell us, we must stand together. And I got a level up. Very nice. Very nice. Very based. Very based. Now, there's a reason for it, Chris. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but there is a reason for it. Squad. Okay, let's go ahead and... get barrier unlocked. And then I'm going to put some into throw, some into assault rifle, and one into adept. Sink these into that. I will probably start putting some stuff in the throw, but I do want to get lift unlocked. Advanced warp and singularity. We want to get singularity too. Singularity is going to be very important. Barrier is going to help keep us alive.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
You know who I am?
Your arrival created a bigger-than-average stir among the diplomats and hangers-on around here. There's always something new happening around here. I could fill you in on some points of interest if you'd like.
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies. Not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
What is Shaira's?
The consort, she entertains clients who
Got
can
it, Chris.
afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
This place seems strange. Wish there were more humans around.
Don't believe the rumors. The consort... What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
Do.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
So yeah, like I said, we're just gonna be doing a little bit of investigation. I just like to get all of the side missions and stuff gathered before I advance plot. Because I like to get as many level ups as I can into Shepard.
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepard. It is a great honor to welcome the heroes of the Blitz.
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barla Vaughn. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed. I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
Tell me more about your job.
Galactic finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed. For example, suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the Council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
Still sounds shady to me.
Then we can only hope you will never be cursed with a large enough fortune to require my services.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a doubt the greatest wonder in the galaxy. It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel spaced together in a single, strong community.
What makes the Presidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy acknowledge the Council's authority on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find out in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Who are you?
Please take time to examine...
Why do you refer to yourself as this one and it?
For the same reason that humans are so inquisitive. It is part of our culture. Specifically, Hanar only refer to themselves in the first person with family or intimates. And we rarely do so with other species. It is just our way.
What exactly do you sell?
Only the finest. This one is able to procure almost any item the human would desire.
I'd like to see these rare.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human.
Let's see. He has decent stuff, but we'll get better stuff later on. Now, I won't lie, guys. I'm probably not going to be using Caden and Ashley super long. I'm planning on using probably going to use Rex and Tally for this playthrough as my primary damage dealer and tech expert. And I've actually been planning out an adept playthrough for a while. I was gonna do it on hardcore, but I guess I can consider this a nice little practice run of what to do. But yeah. And I hope you guys don't mind. I will. This will be a little more in detail, a little longer, because I like hearing all the dialogue that has to be offered. Because I like exploring the world.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium.
I don't need a guide.
Our records indicate this is your first. I apologize if you found my service unsatisfactory. Please submit any complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and...
The Council isn't going to ask me any questions, are they?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
No, we don't, sir.
Oh, there he is! Our boy!
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the Council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the Council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Humans in the tower. Interesting.
Maybe. Maybe.
joining the council for years.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push, and you can bet the bulls will be right on their coattails if they succeed. The hearing's already started. Come on.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard, the one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
Saren's hiding behind his position as a Spectre. You need to open your eyes.
What we need is evidence. So far, we've seen nothing.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
Didn't it take it out of my fucking... So why do I still have...
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
We need to deal with Saren ourselves.
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district.
The shadow broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets. He might know something about Saren, but his information
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars, it causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions, but only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing, and he knows how to cover his tracks.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
The guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done, like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
What's their command structure like?
They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
What happens
But when something does go wrong...
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
Tell me about Barlavon.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius, doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, specters. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game, and the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics, doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Okay. Boys, I'm probably gonna wrap the stream up here soon. About another 10 minutes or so. I'm going to go find Garrus and probably save Dr. Michelle, and then I'm probably gonna call it here. Call it there.
I can't believe the Council ignored all the evidence against Saren.
Saren's one of their best operatives. It's only natural they take his word over ours.
Oh, so now we just chase leads while this smug Turian runs around with his Geth troopers.
That's politics, Chief.
I hate politics.
I love it. Yep. But to be fair,
That guy's up to something.
What guy?
The one over by the Keeper.
What? Oh, no, I wasn't.
to be fair, you have to understand from their perspective. They were accusing.
Yes, is there something you want?
They are accusing a well-known specter of a crime that they don't really have any hard evidence for.
I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
We're just talking. Is there something wrong with that?
No. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really...
I could help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm Commander Shepard, with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. Activate it each time you see a...
I should get going then.
Yes.
Please do not disturb the Keepers.
I've told you before, you're not allowed in here.
This one believes it has the right to move freely through this area.
You're creating a public disturbance. It's that Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
You should be more tolerant. It's just trying to express its beliefs.
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed
No.
to preach?
Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations
What's the
results in
purpose behind the evangelical permits?
forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables.
Yeah, this Hanar's
Keep the area
hilarious.
safe. The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn jelly all afternoon. You are certainly welcome to try.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
Why is the CSEC officer harassing you? The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers. If that's all the CSEC officer wants, why not just buy the permit? The truth of the Enkindlers is universal. This one humbly believes that the truth should not be suppressed. Exacting payment as a means of imposing limits upon the truth is an abrogation of this one's religious freedom. So you're breaking the law by preaching without a permit right now? The CSEC officer states that preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel requires a permit. This one humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the Enkindlers.
They know what the Enkindlers are. They're Protheans. They see them as gods.
Who are the Enkindlers? Your people know them as the Protheans. They are the true creators of this one's people. The Enkindlers raised the Hanar from ignorance into consciousness by granting this one's people the gift of speech.
Let me talk to the CSEC officer. Perhaps I can explain the situation.
This one would be most grateful for the assist.
Any progress with that Hanar?
I think you should let the Hanar.
Presidium is... Why should the jellies get special treatment?
I'll be back.
I don't care what you have to do.
Alright, I don't have a high enough charm, so I'm going to come back to that when I do. What I am going to do right now is I am going to get all of the, which isn't too far-fetched, they made biomechanical planet gassers. Yes, they did. I'm going to scan all the keepers on this level just to get them out of the way. So I actually have a mod on that allows me to see where all the keepers are at, which is what should have been in the vanilla if anybody had thought ahead of that, but it is what it is what it is.
That's nothing. I've had my office rearranged 5 times now.
5 times? Why? What do they want?
How should I know?
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks about that quest is that you have to look for him in a guide because it's just such a pain in the ass if you do it any way else. And that's why I like playing on a PC with mods because they add in a mod so that it makes that quest less of a pain in the ass. It's nice. And I'll have to make sure I go to the Presidium Tower to get the other two, the several that are in there. I like doing this quest because it's basically free credits and it's free credits, it's a good chunk of experience. It's really easy to do. We're just gonna go to the tower. We're gonna get the keepers in there real quick. One over here. Yeah, the Keeper side quest was super notorious back in the day. Funnily enough, doing the side quest is pointless because they didn't do anything with what you find out.
Waiting to speak with one of the counselor's assistants. No, I just want to ask a couple.
Alright, and now we're just gonna go ahead and go to the wards. The random sleeping keeper. I don't remember that one. I'll have to find it. Okay. Now we're gonna go to the wards. We're gonna get Garrus. We're gonna get Rex. And I'm probably gonna end the stream soon because I want to get ready for my medical appointment, and I gotta take care of a couple things.
So, Williams, are you happy you signed on with Commander Shepard?
I'm not sure, Lieutenant. Every time I think I have a handle on things, the universe banks hard to port.
Well, don't let anybody know. A big gun and a confident attitude will get you through a lot in life.
I fucking love Kaidan. Kaidan has great lines. Some people say that Kaidan in Mass Effect 1's kind of boring, and in some aspects he is. But I always like Kaidan. He's great. I'm planning on making him the one who survives this playthrough. Since I usually do Ashley, I want to do Kaidan because I don't like I don't particularly care for Ashley's characterization in
How you holding up, Lieutenant?
in 3.
No headaches worth mentioning lately. Maybe I'm getting used to the strain.
Maybe you've just got a good stress release. I know that knocking the Geth on their synthetic asses gets rid of my headaches.
Ashley's got some good lines too.
Do you really think we'll find him down here?
He always stops in for a few games of Quasar before he makes his drop.
Fist is gonna be pissed if we take down his supplier.
That's the point. We want him angry.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
There's no point in buying any gear right now because we're pretty much fucking broke. Oh, here he is.
You're Commander Shepard, the hero of Eden Prime. I am so honored to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
My name is Conrad. Conrad
Runner.
They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
I spend most of the time trying to stay alive and help the colonists.
Hey, I know you're probably busy, but do you have time for a quick autograph?
Anything for a fan. Here.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. My wife is going to be so impressed. I'll let you get back to work. But next time you're on Earth, I'd love to buy you a drink. Thanks again.
Ah, good old Conrad Werner.
I don't think you bought this here. I don't sell this mod.
Look, I know it was you. I remember your face.
Really, that's impressive. Usually you humans can't tell one term.
Commander Shepard? Excuse me, Commander Shepard!
I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel.
I love
Could
Emily
I have a
Wong.
moment of your time?
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation.
How do you know that my investigation is going to uncover anything you need?
You wouldn't be investigating if it weren't big. And if it's big, it's something I'd like to hear about.
How do you know I'm investigating anything here on the Citadel?
I'm a good journalist, Commander Shepard. Word gets around.
You've got to have access to better sources. Why contact me?
I'm using every source I can find, but I think I've got a better shot with you. I've read your file. If anyone is going to uncover corruption here, it's the hero of the Skillian Blitz.
Sounds like a good cause. If I find any information...
Thank you, Commander. You won't...
And the keeper. And then go back up here and scan the other keeper there. Okay. And we're gonna go in here and
Hello there. I'm Dr. Claude Michel. Is there something I can do for you?
You're a doctor.
My parents brought me here when I was young. My father was a medic with the Alliance. I chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military.
I'll be going.
Goodbye, Commander. Nice talking to you.
oh, I forgot to talk to Barlavon or Harkin. So that's not gonna happen until I talk to them. That's my bad, guys. Well, in that case, I'm gonna go ahead and just find the rest of the keepers. And go into CSEC, because I want to go there anyway.
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed.
I don't care what she has to say until I get Garrus there, so...
Hanar representatives on the Citadel to reach a diplomatic solution.
Whoops. Can't talk to that guy till I become a Spectre.
Okay, Julie. Let me get this straight. Your business partner, Short, he's threatened you.
Well, no, not exactly. But he wants to meet with me. I think he's going to kill me.
And why do you think that?
Alcos 118, Vector Red, 45 Mark, 120. Burn for 5 KPS.
I'm gonna talk to this guy.
Hey there. Oh, you're not CSEC, are you? Did you want something?
What were you trying to explain to the officer before?
My colleague is trying to kill me, and I thought we were friends.
How do you know he wants you dead?
He's changed. He won't talk to me at work anymore, and He started following me. Yesterday, he followed me all the way home, just waiting for a chance. I don't care what anyone thinks. He wants me gone. I know it.
Is there something I can do? Talk to your friend, maybe?
Would you? That's all I want. Someone to talk to him. Tell him to leave me alone. He thinks he can just push me around.
Just tell me where he is and I'll go find him.
Oh, right. Oh. His name's Shorban.
Shorban? That's the guy who asked us to scan the Keepers.
The Keepers? Well, even more
I better look into this right away. Find out what
anything. Well, good luck.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'll talk to that guy real quick. But I really am gonna have to fucking end the stream soon.
Binary Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
Foreshadowing! Damn, look at all that foreshadowing, guys. There's so much foreshadowing.
That's him.
Powering up. Shields down.
Someone give me a hand!
Those were Saren's men.
I guess we're on the right track.
Sorry, I'll get to you when I can.
Not now. Watching the show.
Thought there was a keeper in here. Damn, you guys suck.
Commander, I wasn't expecting to see you
You can
again.
start by telling me the truth, Shorban.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. My experiments are...
Quit stalling. Jalid told us what you've been up to.
You spoke with Jalid? Then you know about the data?
No, but you're gonna tell me. Everything.
You boys can go. Looks like my plans have changed. It's not as bad as you think, Commander. Jalid and I just got a little over our heads.
Keep talking.
The company we work for developed an experimental procedure for use in medical scanners. Jalid and I saw even more potential, so we stole the plans and secretly developed a tool to scan the Keepers. Can you imagine? A tool that can actually get readings from the Keepers?
What's so special about that?
The Keepers are almost impossible to scan, and you can't capture them or get samples. They just self-destruct. After centuries here, we still don't know anything about them. Don't you see? We were the first to scan them, ever. You've seen it yourself, Commander. You know we can do it.
Why are you trying to kill your partner?
I'm not trying to kill him. Jalid's job was to disseminate our initial findings, but he decided to keep the data for himself. Maybe to sell it. I don't know.
I should kill both of you idiots.
We lost our heads. We just couldn't let an opportunity like this pass us by. Commander, if you'll just continue gathering data for me, imagine what we might learn. And you'll stand to make a bit of a profit yourself, remember?
I'm not breaking regulations for you or your research. Return what you stole, or I'll have you arrested.
All right. Well then, no more... Of course, Jalid still has the initial data, and I doubt he's
I'll
planning...
deal with Jalid.
So long, Commander.
I felt Shepard in that moment. I should kill both you idiots. Trying to get the chart. Here we go. Go to the flux. I'm pretty sure there's a keeper in the flux.
It's out of my hands, Rita. I'd bring her back in a sec.
Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. So, what can I do for you?
What were you discussing with the Volus?
Who, Doran? Oh, I was just asking him. Sorry, I don't want to bore you.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Well, okay. My sister Jenna left here to go work at Cora's Den. The problem is, she's working as an informant for CSEC. You know, eavesdropping on the people there. If they find out what she's doing, they'll kill her.
Being an informant is a dangerous job.
That's what I've been telling her. I don't know.
Do
Sometimes
you know who her contact at CSEC is?
No. Last time I asked an officer, he told me...
Maybe I could help her understand just how dangerous...
Would you? Well, I should get back to work before I get in trouble. Thanks.
Yep, there is a keeper there. Oh, that's right. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here for now, because like I said, I do have some stuff I gotta take care of. I will stream more Mass Effect tomorrow, and then later tonight I will do a Maria Renard stream on for Symphony of the Night just to wrap that up. Maybe possibly I might stream more Mass Effect later in the night. Just depends on what everybody's up to. But until then, I will see you all in a few hours. Thanks for joining me for the very beginning of Mass Effect 1. I know we didn't really get a lot done. The intro tends to take a little while to really get picked up, but we will get more into this as we go. So, thank you all. I will see you when I see you. And